And so I think everybody of us can have a side hustle if they just would lower their time on social media. And I think that's one of the key success factors I have.
Let's talk marketplace.
The Marketplace podcast with Ingrid Lommer and Valerie Dichtel.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's talk marketplaces here. I'm Ingrid. With me as always is Valerie. And today we are quite delighted to introduce you to a very special e-commerce founder and marketplace expert and to learn a lot more about seeds and flowers, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, Ingrid. Well, actually, after our last Marketplace Universe Connect dinner with eBay, we got to know our guest of today, and we were really blown away about what she does and what she built, and actually somehow as a side business, which is like really impressive. So I was like, what, as a side business? Are you really serious? So welcome. I'm really happy to have you here. Carolin Langer, founder and CEO of LaCaTho, a German startup which sells flower seeds on marketplaces. So how are you doing, Caro? I hope the connection to India works well.
Yes, hello everyone. Yeah, the connection here in India is quite good. So I'm happy to hear today and to tell you a little bit about my marketplace story and how flowers and seeds can be an amazing online business.
Yeah, great you're with us, Caro. Why don't you first tell us a bit about yourself and about LaCaTho, and so what is your company? What are you doing? Since when? Or when did you found it? And what are you doing in India at the moment, anyway?
Yeah, so I founded my company in 2020, so right after my studies. So I studied mechanics and started a normal day-to-day job as an engineer. And as a side hustle during my studies, I sold stuff on eBay. So I started with selling stuff from the garage or from stuff you don't need anymore in the household. So I sold, or I cleaned out my parents' home. Then I started with all the other neighbors. So I told them, sell your stuff on eBay. I get 50% and you get 50%. And with the money I collected there during my studies, I spent the money to go skiing. So I really enjoy skiing. So during studies, so I earned the money the whole year to go on skiing vacations. And then my parents, they have a really unique tree in their garden, which is really not common in Germany. And this tree, the seeds, they were always in the garden in autumn. So I collected these seeds and put them on eBay. And because this tree was so unique, I was the only seller who was offering these seeds to the eBay community. So, and then I sold out quite fast because there was a big interest and an article in a newspaper for beekeepers. So they became popular, and I got a really high interest into that seed. And then at the end of my study, so I did a dual study system in Germany, so you work and studying at the same time. So at the end of it, you have to take all your holidays after you've given your bachelor thesis to correcting. And I walked 3 weeks through all the botanical gardens and were collecting all the seeds and put them on eBay. And it was in autumn, and I said, okay, now you have to raise one more time a little bit of money to afford skiing in winter.
Oh, of course.
But it was so interesting. And I had so much interest of the people into these seeds. And I found there my passion. So my passion is to sell. And the niche I'm into is now so bee-friendly seeds. So my father is a beekeeper, and we had a lot of bee-friendly flowers in the garden. So when I started, I also collected some flower seeds and I put them on eBay. So eBay is where I have been started and where my passion is. And since today, I have still my main job because I like it. I have now a master in mechanics, and I still like it. It's something totally different. And I have 2 passions, and currently I'm following both. And that's why I'm in India at the moment. I help here the local team to increase their capabilities on the production side. I'm here for 4 weeks and helping them to grow. And the seed business is running as normal. So all the employees are handling all the daily tasks. And if they have questions, they call in the evenings or something. But I'm not that deep involved into the daily business, so that's why I can go for 4 weeks to India. So I look more about how can we grow in the companies, what are maybe new tools we can use, how can we optimize ourselves, and stay a little bit away from the daily business. So that's one of my first secrets, I would say. Stay away of the daily business and have space and capabilities and new ideas which you can develop for the company.
Stay away from the daily business, Valerie. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's a topic for us as well.
I was like, okay, now I need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, because it's not working the way that we wanted to stay away from the daily business so far, at least. And I just made a mental note. I can't have my son hear this podcast today because I just made an arrangement with him that he's going to clear out my cellar and sell stuff on eBay. He's 12, and I just pay him 30%. So I will not let him listen to this because this is going to ruin my deal with him. Yeah. But still, really impressive, Caro, that you're just doing that as a side business. It's like, some people just got more energy or more motivation when it comes to skiing, obviously.
Yeah. So I still use a lot of time for skiing, or a lot of money I make with this. So you can do amazing trips to New Zealand for skiing. So you can do everything. So now it's a totally cool freedom I have with this 2 jobs.
Okay, wow. So what would you say, Caro, what would you do best in the marketplace business? Because, I mean, this is a podcast about marketplace business, right? And I feel that you have like so many interesting topics to tell about, but let's focus maybe for now on marketplace business.
Yes, your marketplace superpower.
So I think, so we are in a unique, or not a unique, but we are in a specific marketplace situation. So we are on the low price end, because a lot of sellers, they search for products which are 20 euros or above, so to make the calculation easier and have some margin. But often seeds you can get for 4 euros, including shipping. So we are really on the low end of the price, and everything has to run automatically. So from the start, we were pushed to do everything from the order to the bill into the accounting, everything full automotive with any touch. And this is something I think we make really good. So our automation, also how often we review our programs we are using. So every half a year, I review all the programs to see, okay, if there is something better to list the product, something better to add the photos, to always be updated, because especially now with AI, there are a lot of new features which helps you to save time, for example. And I think also, which is really important, if you sell products in a low price range, you have to spend the same effort if the product would cost 200 euros, because the customer from the outside perspective is expecting the same. So they want to have a good title, good photos, and good descriptions, really good manuals for all the stuff. And even if it costs just 4 euros, the customer would like to have the same journey as a 200 euro product. And I think that's one of the keys why we are so successful and why we did grow so much, because we really spend a lot of effort into how we present ourselves to the customers.
Yeah. Okay, I have like so many questions, but we come to this later. So I'm maybe Caro, I don't know if we really asked this, like tell us a fun fact about yourself, because I have the feeling you already told us so much. But maybe tell us a fun fact which is like connected to our to the eBay dinner, to this story.
A fun fact. So you mean just a basic fact? So I think a fun fact is that I grew up without any television or medias. So I have maybe seen less than 10 movies in my life. And I always told during my studies to my colleagues, you all could have a side hustle if you don't have watch Netflix. Everybody can start a side hustle if they don't just spend the time which you use on Netflix for your side hustle. And I think one of the fun facts or the keys of this much empowerment is that I don't use so much social media and advertisement in movies like Netflix or Amazon Prime. I think that's a key for when you ask how is my time management working, and it's working without social media and movies. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, now I feel even worse.
Yeah. You and everyone else on that eBay dinner as well, Valerie, because the topic on just cancel your Netflix and everything is going to work out fine came up several times, and everyone in the round was like, okay, but I don't only have Netflix, I also have Amazon Prime, and I also have Disney Plus. And, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think you can already hear why we invited Caro and why we are looking forward to this discussion. And as already said, I think we have lots to debate. Just if you focus on the automation part of what you just told us about, and we will do so and come back to that after a very quick ad break, in which we will like to tell you about our partner XPhoto.
Internationalization and its challenges are a big concern to many of you. Shipping returns, processing, tax regulations, and one-stop shop procedures. All of this can cause quite a headache, even when selling to Austria, and don't even get me started on the UK.
Service providers such as XPhoto can help you with this. XPhoto has specialized in cross-border e-commerce logistics in Europe with automated technologies and strong partner network. XPhoto ensures that online retailers can ship internationally as smoothly as they do to their home market.
Their plug-and-play solutions integrate seamlessly into existing processes, covering everything from automated custom clearance and tax handling to localized last-mile delivery. More than 200 brands, including Mr. Specs, Outfittery, and Snox, already trust the all-in-one solution of XPhoto to power their international growth.
XPhoto has also a quite attractive discount for you at the moment. So if you register with them by August 31st and sign a contract, you won't pay any basic fees for the first 2 months. And if everything goes well, you'll have active support from XPhoto for Cyber Week. You can find the link in the show notes. Okay, let's go back to Caro. And you just told us about your founding story, but which I really like, going through the garden and going through the parks and just collecting seeds. But how do you come from that stage, selling your little seed packages, to you have a fully automated business in which you can just leave the company for 4 weeks and go off to India and are not really needed? So how did you go about being so automated? How did that work?
Yeah. So I like working tools together. So I spend a lot of time for research, and from the beginning, when we were small companies, I choose programs which are a way too big for us. But this brings you into the situation that after 1 or 2 years, when the program which you use for the size of your companies, you have to change it after a certain while. So that's why we use really programs which are the most common ones. So normally I go for the most common ones. So for example, for our own shop, we use Shopify. So, and Shopify is maybe not the easiest to start when you found a company, but you have the benefits after 2 or 3 years, because then you don't have to change your setup, for example. So that's one, really basic thing. And we were a long time happy with Bilby. So Bilby was for all our management of the warehouse and that. So we choose at the beginning really big programs which need a lot of effort to get into because they're a little bit more complex. But then after 1 or 2 years, you have to return back. And I started with collecting the seeds, but so my both grandparents on both sides are farmers. So I have a farming background, which helps me a lot to find also the farmers in Germany. It's also a network community. They know each other, and they know that I buy seeds for a much better price than big companies would buy their seeds for. And that's how I started and how I still do it since today. So I have a network of local farmers. The most are in South Germany. So we get every autumn the shipments from them. And then in a really early stage, we invested into an automatic packaging machine. So we get from the farmer, for example, 10 kilograms in a big bag. And then we put 1 kilogram in the machine and make our automating packages. And I'm really into innovation. So I just closed an innovation with the Fraunhofer Institute, so which is, I think, common here. And they did for us, for example, an innovation of labeling. So we want to reduce also our impact to the environment. So our goal is to reduce the waste and all the trash which you get within a delivery. Often it's packed with a lot of stuff around and a lot of colors and paintings and all that is around the packages, but you throw it at the end after 5 minutes into the trash. So with the Fraunhofer, we invented, for example, an automatic labeling, which is plastic free. So which is directly on our package. And when you work with them together as really a small business, so they have much more employees and much bigger companies, they work together, but even they are interested when you go to them as a small company and say, hey, I have a cool idea, I have really something that hurts me. They also like this kind, because there are not much small companies going there and say, hey, can you help me in my e-commerce business? Because they are normally doing something in the industry or something. So that was a really unique story, how you can also get help, external help for automatization, which is also cross-sponsored by the government. So
And Caro, how do you get your business profitable? I mean, you said like you have like €4, or I don't know how much is your average basket.
yes.
I mean, if I think about just like postal fees, how do you do this? I mean, and then you have like all the other fees, etc. And how much like big is your volume? Because then it's in the end, what drives you is the volume, right?
Yes. So what us drives at the end is the volume. So everything has to be done over the volume. And there we had, I think, maybe a good position. So when we started in 2020, there were not much seed companies. So seeds, flower seeds especially, is something really traditional. So there were not much competitors on Amazon or on eBay. So we got really good spots, which we still hold until today. And we could really raise from the beginning. It was not a race, it was a jump to a certain level. And that's the turnover what we are still have there. And yeah, it's increasing since that, but yeah, you have to have a certain level. And some feeds, we sell less on them. So we also have our bestsellers, which are on the Amazon rank in the top 5, but we also have then some which get just sold once a week. But in the average, you have to have a certain
Obviously.
level of selling. Yeah.
Are you comfortable with giving us a bit of an idea of what is a big volume in your field? So how I don't know, how many packages of seeds would you typically ship in a month?
So we are very seasonal. So in our season, which is March and April, we ship up to 1,500 packages per day.
Wow.
All in-house. So we all do our in-house shipping. And it could happen that, for example, for the bestsellers, which are on place in the first 5 places on Amazon, we ship 200 times the day the same package. So there's just a different address on the outside. But now, and yeah, that's in the side season, so which is now here in August or also over Christmas, we have maybe up to 50 or 100 orders a day, depending on when there are newspapers, or sometimes we are also television. So sometimes I'm in television, they get some news. So then it's increasing. But so in the average, in the winter, spring, we have between 50 and 100 packages. And the total volume per year, we have now last year around 40,000 customers. So that was,
And how many people do you have?
At the moment, we are 9 people. So not all full-time, but some full-time, some part-time. I have also some which are still studying for example, graphics. So we do all the Amazon layouting, we do our in-house. And for they are just then working on the 565 euro. So it depends. But in total, we are 9, everything from accounting to Amazon, eBay. So every marketplace has also their own person. So I like to have specific persons for each marketplace. So I have 2 persons who just do Amazon, 1 person just for eBay, and 1 for Shopify. And they are really detailed trained in their marketplace. And I do the training by myself or by watching videos or reading books, because it's hard to get employees which are trained for Amazon or something. So there's also a lot of development needed.
So in total, you would say you have like three main sales channels. It's your own online shop with Shopify, right?
Yes.
It's Amazon and eBay, and you grew up with eBay.
Yes, I grew up with eBay. There I have a really good relationship, I would say. Yeah, eBay is the hard passion, I would say. We make a little bit more turnover on Amazon because just the people are more used to Amazon.
Yeah.
And when eBay, we could really fear when eBay canceled the bank transfer that our customer base get really reduced on eBay during the because we had seeds. It's also interested for a lot of people which are old, so 70 or older. So today we received a handwritten letter with a banknote inside. I wanted to order these because they are not able to order online, but they see us somehow. They search for our address, and for these people, which they have been former on eBay, but since they canceled the bank transfer and they don't using PayPal or Klarna or not these stuff, we receive letters from them. Yeah.
Wow.
That's yeah.
Okay. And what is your best product? Your bestseller product?
So the bestseller product is a flour mixture. So on Amazon, it's really depending on the rating. So when we have some which we maybe are in the top 10, top 5, then this will be the bestseller. But it could be for eBay, it could be something totally different. So for eBay, it's more not that we have like a bestseller, we have more average over the product. But which we also now found out why. Because we have now, so we are into seasonal products, and we thought we have to list them once. So you list your product once and then you don't touch it. But during the off season, the product falls in the rating because other gardening products go more in the first draw and for Amazon, they have a better algorithm for seasonal products because then you stay in that. And for eBay, for the products which we launch each year new, they are the best sellers because they are new to the season and they have not run through an off season. So for eBay, we will change a little bit, I think, our strategy and resell some of the items which are 5 years old or something because they have gone through a lot of off season, and this unstability in sales is not the best for the eBay algorithm, I would say. At least what we noticed. So bestsellers can variate on the things. And I think for the Shopify shop, which he is the most depending on advertisement. So we had, for example, with TikTok, a video which go viral, which we had a lot of views. So you could see raising then this product because a lot of people have seen it on TikTok and then they switch to the Shopify shop and just get it.
Wow. Okay, I would say let's do another short break.
And then get into this TikTok and social media topic, I think.
Yeah. We would like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Base, as a software as a service e-commerce solution provider originally founded 2006 in Poland. The platform offers features such as automations for order management, inventory management, and fulfillment, a marketplace management tool for lots and lots of B2B and B2C channels, and great integration options to include other backend tools in real time.
Base is present in 11 countries, including Germany, the US, Brazil, China, the United Kingdom, and many European countries as well. The solution is already used by companies such as Obi, Kärcher, MediaMarkt, Samsung, Decathlon, Intersport, or Develay.
If you would like to learn more about Base, join us at our Connect event with Base on September 17th in Cologne. There you can network and get to know Base in a relaxed atmosphere with good food and with us. So you will find the link to register in the show notes.
Yeah, so Carol, let's go into this a bit because that's something that we also talked about at the eBay Connect dinner, that you said you sort of started TikTok as a side thing. By the way, you just planned your TikTok videos from now until next March. So how important is social media for your business at the moment?
So due to our low value of the product for the customer, we have we cannot use the classic funnels for Google Ads or something, because we can't pay even 5 cents per click. It's too much for us on the margin side, because it's a really high amount if you compare it with, if you reduce the tax, if we reduce the shipment, we have €2.90 still left, and so it hurts when you have to pay all these advertisements. So we just do all the advertisements, which you do not have to pay. So TikTok was one of the ideas I came up with, because we already produce a lot of videos. So I think it falls easy for me to do videos. I just stand in the middle of the field and you can hold a camera, and I just start speaking without taking any notes before. I just speak. I tell them something about flowers. It's just my nature to tell my passion. And that's how we posted them. And we used to post them on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook also important because the customer age is higher, so
Yeah,
we
of
are
course.
still on Facebook. And then we started, okay, let's just post them on TikTok. We have them anyways, and we posted them, and we got really, really good feedback and views. So our views on TikTok are much higher than on the, I would say Instagram. So the algorithm is different. And we also experienced what we never thought, that there is the high generation of that age. So even people which are 50 or 60 are on TikTok. And I did not know that before. I thought it's for the generation which is younger than me, but no, they are still there, and we have really good interaction. So I think TikTok is really good. And what we also use is YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is also really good because people use it to search. So when you want to get, how do I sell flowers or something, you search on YouTube for some manuals, video manuals, and that's also why we have YouTube there to show how to do the stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
And so you did also start recently then the TikTok shop, or how did you do this, Carol?
Yes, so TikTok shop is connected to our Shopify shop. So I'm really happy with Shopify at all. So I recommend it everybody who is asking me, because Shopify is always there when something new started. So when an opportunity shows up like in TikTok shop, Shopify will be there. The same now for AI. I just read today in the morning that they will be the first who were working together with ChatGPT for ChatGPT. So they are really there in the first spot, and we are connected for. The shop is connected over Shopify, so it is easy, very easy for somebody to onboard, because you have already all the products in there, and TikTok shop. But we don't. So what we notice is that the people do not buy over the TikTok shop. They see it and then they change to the homepage. So for some videos which go viral, we can say, okay, I would say 80% buy in the shop directly. They search just then in the web, buy in the shop directly, and just 20% buy over the TikTok shop actually.
And how do you track this, or is this more like a
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
We cannot track it, but we can see, okay, if we have a video, for example, we had a poppy video of a special flower we grow by my parents. We were there on the fields. I posted it and it got viral. And then you can see, okay, now it increases. So normally you sell a package a day and now it's 20 or 30 a day. You see, okay, they come because of the video. And so many orders come over TikTok and come through the normal shop, I think.
So you said it's doing videos is sort of in your nature, and is something that you like to do. So would you consider giving that to one of your employees as well, or is that something that you at the moment, so marketing, keep it to the founder side?
No, I have. They do the market. They do the planning side of the marketing. Sometimes I get notes. Okay, Carolin, we need this kind of video, or we need this.
Go in the field to talk about poppies.
So when I'm now 4 weeks in India, so I had to pre-produce some of the videos, or at least I'm now pre-produced since March. I have a tight schedule, so we go into a sunflower seed, and then we do like short clips of 30 seconds for social media, and it looks like when we arrive there, I go in the sunflower seed and we do all the clips which I have in mind. And at the end then, or at the middle, I would say, they come up with their list. Okay, now all of your IDs are freestyle is done. And now we would like to have these kind of 10 videos. So that's how we work together. And then at the end, now we pre-produced 4 videos per week is our schedule or time, what we do. So 2 during the week and 2 on the weekend. And yeah, then they look in a way. So because then we have filmed, for example, 15 sunflower videos that they come in a good
Order.
so that they are not autumn. Yeah, and we look what we get. So I think seeds is also really cool because you have a lot of varieties of videos you can actually do. So not everybody, if you sell a chair, you cannot do 15 videos of the same chair and then go a week later again and say, oh, do you see this bee there? And this is a special German nature bee. And you can tell something about the bees and something about the flowers and something about the sunflower oil. You can tell so much about seeds. So that's really a big benefit for us and
But
why
how
we
do
can
you-
produce
But
so
how
much
do you
videos.
pre-produce videos in that seasonal field? I mean, you can talk about sunflowers at the moment, but you can't talk about, I don't know, any kind of spring flower, for example.
Yeah, so we film the whole season. So we have different schedules. So my family is driving around with the car and everybody tells, oh, I have seen this field there. I have seen this field there. And then every Saturday, I have a working colleague or a good friend of mine. We also work together. She likes to do the filming and all that. So every Saturday we go out to the different fields and say, okay, this we film and this we film, and then we do the uploading. And then
That's your secret hobby, huh?
Yeah, that's a secret. It's a really good thing to go off of the desk. Doing videos is really good. Or sometimes also when I have one rule. So every evening, normally at 9:30, I shut down the PC. So this is the latest point, 9:30. And then I go for a walk. And when I say then some new flowers in the area, in the neighborhood, I just do a small video and then you can post it. So it's really easy to do, for me at least. Yeah, but I'm this nature trip.
Yeah.
For me, it's easy to do videos to post online and to show them. And also recently now with the eBay event, which they've launched, eBay on Tour, I did a video of the eBay on Tour. So I try also more now for this year to get the people more out what I'm doing the whole day as a founder of a side hustle and how is that all gonna work. So to show a little bit more about what you can do if you do not watch Netflix.
Yeah, that's sort of a recurring topic here. I have to look a bit at the time, so but I think we all got a good idea of your grit and drive and passion for your business. So, what are your plans for the next 12 months for LaCaTho? Do you even have like a strict strategic outline, or are you just taking the challenges as they come?
No, so I'm an engineer, so for sure I have a strategic plan, and so my favorite tool is the balance scorecard. I think it's a known method for management to figure out what you would like to do. So I have a balance scorecard where I've shown, okay, these are the KPIs we want to reach, these are the other stuff we would like to do, and yeah, for the next year we increase a little bit our variety of seeds. I would like to go a little bit more into the seeds and flowers which you can use for your health, for example, which you can make tea out of it, or which you can just eat, for example, eatable flowers, for example, a little bit into these to get it a little bit more usable for us. At the moment, it's the most of the flowers are just nice looking flowers, and now I want to give us a benefit as humans to use it in your smoothie, to use it for eating. And also we increase a little bit the variety on tree seeds. So mainly we are normally in flower seeds, but there are also a lot of cool, unique trees here in Germany, which are really bee friendly. So we have some plants which we sell. We visit 3 markets a year, so we sell their own stuff. And I would like to also get a little bit more into the tree topic because it's not that known that also trees are very good for bees.
And Carol, one final question. In which market do you sell? So do you just focus on Germany or German-speaking countries, or how do you do that?
So at the moment, it's just Germany because otherwise we could not keep up with the growing. But for next year now, so we are now settled. I now feel comfortable to take a next step. And we would like to try to sell to Austria and France. So these are the next 2. They have also with these, I cannot sell them too much north or south because of the environment. So it has to be the same, or at least a little bit the same.
Similar.
And so we want to do some of these also.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, interesting plans, and I'm sure it would be great to have to just check up on you what you're doing next year, because you're moving so fast and things are happening so quickly at LaCaTho. Yeah, thank you for today. That was Carolin Langer. Thanks for your insights and joining
Thank
us
you
today.
so much, Caro. And if you found our today's episode interesting to make us happy, you could sign up for our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or YouTube. And of course, tune in again in 2 weeks' time, where we'll be talking about how community benefits your marketplace business in a very real and tangible way.
Yeah, thanks for listening today. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
You listen to Let's Talk Marketplace,
The Marketplace podcast with Ingrid Lommer and Valerie Dichtel.